Hello and welcome to another episode of Change of Directions. My name is Don Dahlmann and together with Nicole Scott we will have a look at the CES 2022. Well, I'm still here in Berlin. I couldn't travel due to the restriction, but Nicole, she has made it to the US and she will give us her insights from the show floor in Las Vegas. Our main focus is of course the mobility sector, and in recent years the CES has become, I think, one of the most important trade shows for the car companies. It has become so significant for the OEMs because the car is not an analog device anymore. The digital aspects of a car are the top reason why a buyer will decide for this or for that car, and therefore the CES has become so essential for the OEMs and their supplier. The focus has shifted to the tech companies. They all showed their new technologies, especially for autonomous driving and for the infotainment systems. Qualcomm CEO Cristiano Amon has given an overview of what his company is rolling out, and they have a digital platform scalable for all OEMs.
But if you look, traditionally the car companies had really mastered better than any other industry how to do platform development and integration. They will develop a drivetrain that they will use across commercial, consumer cars, from across the world, and they will have platforms for the unibody and the chassis. So why not create a digital platform that can scale from entry-level cars all the way to premium automobiles, can serve multi-generation in addition to multi-tier, and can be a platform for innovation. That's the Qualcomm approach. It's about building a chassis with all of those systems being integrated for the digital cloud-connected capabilities of the car versus individual components.
The digital chassis is a major step for a tech company because they are not only delivering the CPU or part of the hard and the software, they are supplying a complete digital platform that can be transplanted into every car, be it an entry model or a premium model. The car companies like this idea.
Qualcomm's deep knowledge of the automotive sector provides a good foundation for a long-term collaboration between us. You will see the first result of our collaboration later this year when we launch our fantastic fully electric flagship SUV. It will use Qualcomm's Snapdragon processor to power its infotainment system and to deliver an industry-leading video, audio and connectivity performance. Our teams have worked closely together to improve the system we have in our cars today, enhancing its overall capability and making it much faster and more responsive. We expect great things going forward. This is one more reason to look forward to our next generation of cars.
But what is the digital chassis after all? Nicole will tell us more about how it looks and what it can do.
Hey guys, Nicole Scott here. I am at the Qualcomm booth at CES 2022, and I'm about to take a closer look at Qualcomm's digital chassis. I know a lot about this platform. It is basically a centralized compute platform that Qualcomm is pushing towards the automotive market because right now, in a big picture way, most of the cars on the market have hundreds of ECUs around, but the idea of a centralized computer is still relatively new to the automotive industry. And the digital chassis is Qualcomm's attempt to bring that to the mass market. Let's take a closer look. On top of running things like a heads-up display, the vehicle is connected and able to provide OTAs or over-the-air updates to a wide variety of applications. The digital chassis has the ability to provide apps with a certain amount of free usage before the user will be prompted to do an upgrade from a basic package to, say, an executive package. This could be maps going from 2D to 3D, or music and video streaming services having, say, 500 MB going to a paid package, or even things like adding a concierge service.
So, we heard a lot about the digital chassis from Qualcomm representatives, but I also spoke to Tomasz Stowicek. He's head of the user experience at Volvo, and Volvo uses Qualcomm technologies.
And so the announcement that we have with Qualcomm is about using their Snapdragon processor within our infotainment system. And what that allows is for really quick, responsive user experiences. And what we've found, not just in cars but in consumer electronics in general, the faster and more responsive the product is, the higher quality of experience the user perceives. And certainly for our cars, in the context in which people are using them, we want fast, responsive um, systems, because people are driving the cars, and it makes for a safer experience. You're not waiting for something to load or laggy, right? So the faster we can have the system, the better that experience can be for a number of different reasons.
The interesting part of all this is that car companies have understood that they need the help of the tech industry to accelerate the development of the digital aspects of their car. Enrico Salvatori, he is president of Qualcomm Europe, explains why the digital chassis is a competitively positioned platform.
So digital chassis in our definition is combining 4 domains: the domains of telematics, the domain of digital cockpit, the domain of ADAS, autonomous driving, and the domain of car to cloud. So all the 4 domains are part of our activities with the European customer, European automakers, and European tier ones.
At CES, there were multiple digital chassis announcements, not only from Volvo and Renault, but also BMW, GM, and Hyundai, just to name a few.
We are announcing the collaboration, R&D collaboration with Renault about the digital chassis overall. So we will be working with them to design the digital chassis platform that will equip the Renault vehicles in the future. And the second announcement is with Volvo. Volvo launching commercial vehicles in 2022 using Qualcomm Snapdragon Cockpit platform. So the electric vehicles, SUV, the electric vehicles by Volvo and Polestar 3 will be equipped with the Qualcomm digital cockpit technology.
The extended relationships, particular with the European car industry, require an extension of the footprint Qualcomm has in Europe.
We are announcing the new engineering lab in Berlin, in Germany, that is arriving on top of other labs already available in Germany, in Munich, in Ingolstadt, but also the traditional labs we have in UK, labs we have in France. So we are really continue deploying our presence to support not only European level, but really country by country.
So my big takeaway from CES this year is that the automotive industry is really pushing forward with new business models and new ways of iterating their relationship with their customers, aka the drivers and passengers of their car. And of course, silicon is at the heart of that discussion, which we've seen at the Qualcomm booth here. I hope you guys learned a lot, and if you have any questions, please leave us a comment. I'm your host, Nicole Scott, for Change of Direction.